I'm taking a detour today to talk about cloud storage. This is Cubbit. It is a cloud storage solution that is the sponsor of today's video. They sent me one of their devices to use and share my thoughts and impressions, so let's check it out. I have a lot of files, and I keep most of the important ones backed up on the cloud. It's easy, it's convenient. If something happens to my laptop, I know my most important work is online, and I can access it if something goes wrong. There are other benefits too for my particular line of work. For example, I use a lot of computers, so being able to save my files to a cloud drive lets me jump to another computer and access anything I need at any time. However, sometimes by using these services, you may bump into an unexpected problem. This is exactly what happened in March of 2021. Europe's largest data center went offline. This affected 3.6 million sites, including that of the French government. You also have to worry about hacker attacks, the most famous being the one on Dropbox back in 2012. Out of the blue, 68 million users saw their passwords posted online. These cloud data centers that your files are stored on are huge and not exactly environmentally friendly. We're talking big buildings filled with computers running 24/7. Some of these things are as large as small cities. Whenever you get a bunch of computers together in a room like you do in these data centers, they're also going to produce a ton of heat. And so you need giant air conditioning units on these giant buildings in order to keep everything cool, which of course drives up the energy demand. Today's internet infrastructure is responsible for 10% of the total of worldwide energy demand, and that is growing every day. So these are some of the problems that Cubbit is trying to solve. You pay once for your Cubbit cell, and there are no monthly fees from there on out. Your data is backed up to the cloud and you are good to go. Wait, this sounds too good to be true. How does this work? Well, let's check it out. Cubbit sends you a physical device, and when you open the box, you have your Cubbit cell. Also an Ethernet cable and the power cord to plug it in. Once you get it powered on, then you can connect your Cubbit to your router using that Ethernet cable. Then you go online to their website, you create an account, download the software, and install it on your computer. What this does is it creates a folder on your computer, and anything you save to that folder automatically gets saved to Cubbit's cloud. Unlike the conventional cloud services where it puts all of your data on a large corporate server and a data center, Cubbit saves your files to other people's Cubbit devices. This is totally secure. On the back end, your files are encrypted with AES 256. Then they're fragmented into 24 chunks, of which 12 copies are made to ensure redundancy. The location of each chunk is determined by an AI coordinator located on Cubbit's proprietary servers. So what you end up having is the distributed peer-to-peer network. Your Cubbit cell is hosting other people's data, and theirs is hosting yours. You're all working together, but only you have the key that unlocks your data. When it comes to privacy, nobody can access your files, not even Cubbit, thanks to their zero-knowledge architecture. The AI they use to coordinate all of this is completely blind. Cubbit has adopted a bee metaphor to describe all of this. It's not so much a cloud as it is a swarm. Everybody's a bee, and we're all working together to create one unified hive. That's also how they came up with the hexagonal shape to the cell. But wait, if my file's on someone else's Cubbit, can't they just open it? Nope. When your file's uploaded, it is encrypted, so it is locked down. It's broken into chunks and then spread across multiple different Cubbit cells. And it's also redundant. So if one of those goes offline, there's going to be other copies out there. So when you need your files, you're going to be able to go out and get them and reassemble everything and unlock it on your end. Now the cells come in 4 different storage sizes. The one that I have here is the smallest one. This is 512 gigabytes, but you can also get 1 terabyte, 4 terabyte, or an 8 terabyte version. But what happens if I decide down the road that 512 gigabytes isn't enough anymore? Then what? I can attach an external hard drive, any external USB drive really, to my Cubbit to expand my storage. The more storage you add to the network, the more storage you personally are going to have access to. Right now, you can add up to 3 terabytes more storage to your Cubbit. Now, this all started as a Kickstarter project, and they have been growing fast. The core features are now all in place after a few years of development, and they've been rolling out new stuff at a pretty good clip. So here are the features that they've released so far. You can now have up to 4 accounts per cell, so if you have a family member who wants to share in on your storage, they can make an account and use it too. There's that external drive expansion that I mentioned a minute ago that lets you add more space to your Cubbit account. The desktop app is up and running. You can also create a shared folder, so if you're working with somebody on a project or you just want to share files with somebody, they make that really easy to do. You can even password protect that link that you share out so that nobody else can access the folder. They've also added in selective syncing, and this is really nice. If I finish a project and I no longer want to store it locally on my laptop, but I want to keep it backed up on the cloud, I can selectively sync it. That way it's still on Cubbit, but it's not on my local hard drive taking up space. And a while back, they also added two-factor authentication for more security. What are they working on right now? Well, they're working on performance improvements, speeding up the network, that sort of thing. Also a dedicated iOS and Android mobile app. I played around with it a little bit on my iPad. I was still able to access all of my files using a web app through a browser using Safari, but I do look forward to having something that interfaces a little bit more directly with iOS's file apps in the future. Lastly, they have a 30-day trial period, so if you're not enjoying your Cubbit after you get it hooked up and get everything up and running, you can always ship it back to them for free. And if you're worried about the longevity of it, no worries there. It comes with a 4-year warranty. Wait, before you leave, I've got some fresh big news. Just a couple weeks ago, Cubbit launched Cubbit Cloud. What is Cubbit Cloud? What Cubbit Cloud does is it gives you the same easy access to the same distributed network. We're talking the same service, the same security, the same privacy, all of this for $3.50 a month. So if you want to try Cubbit out, see what this is all about without investing in a cell quite yet, you could do this with no hardware required. Unsubscribe whatever you want. So where are your files stored? Nothing changes. It's identical. Whether you have the cell or whether you have Cubbit Cloud, the encryption chunks are still broken into those 36 different chunks and spread across different cells on the network. You get the identical service and privacy that you expect. It's just a matter of how you want to pay for it. The safest place on the internet, the security and privacy of your files has no price. So for $3.49, it's definitely worth giving a try. And you could unsubscribe anytime. Now down below in the description of this video, I'm going to leave a link so that you can discover this cool, innovative cloud storage solution for yourself. So what do you think about Cubbit? Let me know down below in the comments. What do you use for cloud storage? What do you like? What do you not like about it? Let me know. Thank you all for watching, and I'll talk to you in a couple of days.